First things first, we're going to scrub in. Please make sure you are washing your hands when you're doing anything with food, or at least my food. And we're going to start off with some chicken breasts that are fairly thick. So I went ahead and trimmed off the little fat that I don't like, and I halved my chicken breast. And then, yes, I am going to wash my chicken. I normally wash it with lemon, but I didn't have any, so I just washed it with some apple cider vinegar like I did my beef. Then we're going to go in with this seasoning. So this is onion powder, garlic powder, some sazon, and some Badia, I think all-purpose seasoning, and pepper. And then I just mixed it in the flour. And for my binder, I'm going to be using yellow mustard. And I would not worry about if you don't like mustard, because you really cannot taste it once the chicken is finished. Then we go in with the seasonings that I put on the screen, and we want to make sure that our chicken is just like fully seasoned, because we like flavor here, honey. We don't want no plain chicken. And a tip that I do with chicken breasts, because they are super hard to not overcook and you want to make sure they're cooked thoroughly, I go ahead and I poke it with some forks so we can make sure that it is, getting cooked. And I checked my grease. The grease wasn't ready. You want to make sure that if you put some flour in the grease, it go ahead and fries up, and it didn't. So I took this time to peel my potatoes, because we're going to be making some mashed potatoes, and I put it in some salted boiling water, and we're going to just let that boil for about 20 minutes. Then I went ahead, because my grease was ready, and put my chicken inside, and I fried them until they were golden brown. An important tip is make sure you do not overcrowd your pan, because that will just cluster the chicken and it won't cook right. And then I used my handy dandy strainer, and I poured my potatoes in there to drain the water, and seasoned my potatoes with some butter, garlic salt, ranch seasoning, and I think I put a little bit of garlic powder and some thyme. Then I used some heavy whipping cream and some chives. So I'm basically going to try to make some garlic chive mashed potatoes, and I want them real creamy. I didn't have one of those fancy dancy potato mashes, so I just used my whisk, so don't at me. But this is the whipping cream that I use, because I can't have milk, so I get this from Trader Joe's and use the vegan one. But these are how they came out. They look real good and they taste real good, baby. And then we're going to move on to our gravy. Now, I wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, but I used butter instead of oil, because I didn't want brown gravy. So, it came out okay. But I just went ahead and used some whipping cream and some pepper, because I wanted a little bit of spice to it, and country gravy normally has pepper that gives it a little kick, you know what I'm saying? Then I added my water gradually, and I realized I tasted it and it ain't taste like nothing. So I seasoned it up, and then I went ahead and plated my food, and this is what it turned out to be. I cooked some vegetables on the side, but the potatoes were really good. What I will say is be careful with that garlic salt, because it gets a little salty, but it was good. So this is the end result. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what tips you have for me and what you would like to see me cook next, because this is a learning adventure. I want to know what y'all think.